Here's the brutal truth about fitness trackers. Most of them, like the Whoop and the Helio strap, they tell you what happened yesterday, but not what's happening to your future health. But what if there's a device that promises to be the world's first longevity tracker and that it can also predict when you're gonna get sick? Now this is a bold claim and it's being made by this new Hume band. In today's video, I'm unboxing this bad boy. I'm gonna give you my initial impressions of what they call Hume's metabolic momentum tracking, and I'm gonna be putting it head to head with Whoop's recovery focused approach that I've been using for 6+ years now. And what I'm gonna tell you by the end is which one is actually worth your money. What is up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Ryan O'Connor, and I've been diving deep on fitness trackers recently. Like I said, I've had the Whoop for over 6 years now. A lot of opinions, a lot of videos that I've done on this thing. Recently, I've acquired the Helio strap. Been testing this for over a month now to compare it directly to this. The major difference being, this is not a subscription-based model, this is. And that's what brings us to today's video with the Hume band. Another screenless wearable that does not require subscription, but that is competing directly with the Whoop and now the new Helio band as well. My favorite thing about a screenless wearable is you still get all your fitness and recovery insights, and you can still wear a nice watch on your other hand without making it look like you have two watches on. But it should also be noted that this Hume band, this Helio band, and this Whoop band is gonna get confusing. I bought all with my own money, with my hard-earned dollar bill. So I can give you guys completely unbiased advice. There's no one telling me that I have to write some video script, send them my video for approval, and then they can send it back to me to release to you guys. Nope, none of that. This is all gonna be unfiltered, unbiased, giving you my true thoughts. And the fact that I've had the Whoop for over 6 years and paid thousands of dollars in sub fees, I truly am trying to find a replacement, something that's better. That's what I'm trying to do for you guys as well. I know a lot of you guys have questions. That's how I found out about this Hume band here and this Helio band as well. I'm testing them for you. I'm gonna give you all the things that you need to know and compare them to what I still consider the best, even though it's very expensive and there's been some controversy covered in this video here. I wanna try to find an upgrade because now a lot of companies, including Polar here in the next couple of months, are coming out with these screenless straps exactly like the Whoop to compete directly with the Whoop. So let's see if this thing even lives up to any of the claims that it's the world's first longevity tracker. Can it actually predict when you're sick? Does it even look cool? Is it comfortable? We're gonna find all that out right now. Let's get to the unboxing. All right guys, this is the box they provided me. And like any good unboxing video, you need a high quality, sweet knife that comes out, you know, for the action. So we're gonna cut this thing open. And if you've seen any of my unboxing videos in the past, well, if you haven't, you're about to find out what I do. So, we're gonna crack this thing open. Ooh, that's pretty nice, you know? Small box and trash. Okay, there it is, the Hume, you can see it, Hume Longevity Band. So, like all the others, like the Whoop, like the other one I have here, Helio 24/7 tracking, right? You're gonna be wearing it all the frickin' time. Wouldn't it be crazy if I just like slit my thumb open or something on camera, bleeding everywhere? I'm not gonna do that, I'm super safe. All right, you guys ready for the moment of truth? The Hume band. You know, it'd be cool if one of these boxes literally had like an effect where you opened up and it'd be like, ah, you know, some like lights. All right, well maybe if we can even frickin' open it. Okay, here we go. Oh shoot, there it is guys. That looks nice, some polished silver. Hume, pretty solid sensor. We can compare. It's kind of long. Take off the Whoop and get them all here. Since I've been going so deep, I have so many freaking trackers. Let me just get this one. Oh, fumble. Whoop is down. All right. Okay, so you can see, here's the comparison. We got the Whoop 5.0. I can't actually take the Helio out of its strap, I don't think. Oh, I can, yeah. I haven't done this yet. Okay, well, it's harder than it seems. So it's fine, just gonna flip it over. Boom. All right, so there's your little size comparison. Got the Helio, Whoop 5, and the Hume. We can flip them all. Oh my gosh. All right, well, apparently the Whoop is freaking slippery, guys. My apologies. All right, so there we go. And then, so there you go. There's some side profile viewing. can kind of see which one. It looks like the Whoop is probably the thickest, especially the new 5.0 sensors. Definitely a pretty beefy guy. All right, but let's focus on the topic at hand here. Here's the Hume. There's the sensor. I'm not sure what these metal pegs are. Gonna probably find out what that's all about. Live longer and better. You know, I like that. That's what I'm all about. That's why I chase the gym a lot of the days, and the cardio, less of the days, but still the cardio is to live longer and better. Hume Band 1.0. Okay, cool. So obviously, like many things nowadays, the manual is actually in the QR code. It's good. It's got some little instructions on how to set it up, so that's nice. Okay, what's in here? I'm actually interested how you charge this thing. I don't know how you do that, so this is probably what it is here. Okay, so it's a little charging dock, it looks like. That's what these two metal prongs are for. You can see that these are going to just basically attach here at the top. So you slide it in, boom. It's a satisfying click, I kind of like that. And then it looks like you can move, yep. So you can move this out, pop it out, or it's kind of like a battery almost, you know, negative side in first. Okay, so immediately the Whoop, you know, this is gonna get a +1. It's gonna have the best charging, yeah, I haven't seen another strap, at least in the screenless aspect that I've tested, that has charging capabilities like Whoop. Because this, same thing, you have to take it off. You can see the two little prongs here. It's almost identical. It's interesting. See, there's two little prongs, you have to take it off to charge it. Is that a huge deal breaker? No, because this is $100. This is $240 a year. This was $270, $279 or something like that as when I bought it. It could be changing, who knows, with demand and all these things. It is brand new. But still, same thing, you have to take it off to charge it. And we'll see if the band even stays on it. Let's get the band out, see the quality, because I will tell you guys, and I'm working on the 1 month review for the Helio right now. I don't love this band. Many reasons. One being it's just not the most comfortable. Two, Velcro. I don't like the Velcro. You have to kind of fine tune it every time you take it off for the shower or whatever reason you have to take it off, right? I don't love that. So let's see what this one looks like. Because obviously the Whoop band, you guys know how it works. If you don't, it's basically like this, like a hook and loop fastener kind of thing. Or I don't know, I think that's Velcro. Who knows what the hell it's called? You put the strap in here and this stays tight, right? And I can adjust it very easily by pushing this through like that, and then I pull that side, right? And it stays tight, which is very nice. So let's see how this one works. I don't want to just rip this one out because it seems like I could actually damage some things. Okay, and are we done with the box? Yes, my favorite part, throwing. Okay, ooh, damn. Is the Whoop stretchy? Kinda, but this is very stretchy. Ready? Whoa. Okay, sweet. Well, there's a button. That's kind of cool. We'll see what that button's for. I'd imagine this goes through though, because I've seen the ads for it. This definitely goes up and down. Sure, some of you guys are like, dude, are you serious? Figure this out. So it's similar to the Whoop. You're gonna come up like that, and then you probably come down like this. I don't know why it wasn't just pre-done. I guess they wanted to have like the sweet aesthetic. Okay, so I can already tell you guys, this is gonna be similar to the, okay, it's very stretchy. Let me hold off on my thoughts for a second. So I guess it's once you set it, you can kind of chill because it's so stretchy that you can basically just get it over your wrist, okay? Now obviously I need to get it much tighter. Don't make fun of my small wrists, all right? When I was first starting lifting, I tried to make them bigger and I basically learned that that's not a thing. Okay, there it is on. It's weird that the buckle's up there. I assume you could somehow move this. Yeah, okay, cool. It slides through, so we're good. You don't have to look like an idiot out there. Okay, so getting it on, pretty easy. It's thin, it's very thin. Like this strap, let's see, compared to the Whoop. Oh yeah, guys, that's pretty thin. And honestly, it's super light, wow. And it's tiny looking. I mean, look on the wrist. I'll put the Whoop next to it and let's get them all on. Let's freaking do it. So that's what they look like on your arm. Would I ever wear all three at once? No, absolutely not, I'm sorry. Dedicated, but I'm not that dedicated and I don't want to look like a dweeb. Okay, so you can tell. I mean, this one is almost I don't want to say half, but it's very close to half the size of this and this. Very skinny. Probably you would never notice it. I mean, I barely notice the other ones, but sometimes they're noticeable during certain lifts or certain things. Yeah, I mean, it's skinny. I don't know if, for me personally, I don't love how skinny it is. I have it on backwards, whatever. It almost looks, I guess, a little, maybe feminine, but it's similar to like a Fitbit style, right? It's like pretty skinny, and I'm sure I'd get used to it. But I like the aesthetic, guys. Like, that's clean. I like the little silver. You can kind of see it with the light reflection. It's like a black silver. I like that. So, one thing with the Helio, obviously it's $100. You always have to take everything with a grain of salt. But irrespective of the data that it collects, which I do know a lot about now, the looks, it's just not, it doesn't do it for me. Like, I like my Whoop because I can, accessorize. Like, check that out, the gold with the gold, or I have the silver one that matches my other watch that's silver. So I'd like this. I'm sure they have customizability with the band, these kind of things. But first impressions, I like it. It's thin, it's cool. I like the packaging that it came with, right? The instructions were fine. The charger, I'm not super stoked on, but you can't, you're always gonna have to make some sort of sacrifice when you're not paying as much money as something like a Whoop, right? We saw that with this one, obviously the charging, the battery life, these kind of things. This one, we're gonna see similar things, guys. You just, in my opinion, and being a consumer as long as I have for a lot of these things, you usually pay for some of these conveniences, like being able to charge it when it's on your wrist, right? But does any of that really matter? Not necessarily. Can you save a ton of money getting something like this? And if it's even nearly as good at tracking and giving you recovery data and the application as this, then hey, we're looking at a winner. So let's get into the app, actually see what the dashboard looks like, and I will talk you guys through that. Okay, so I got the Hume Health App. You can see right there, anatomically correct body scan going on. That's a female though. So there I am. Oh yeah, super jacked. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna create an account really quick. I'm not gonna show you guys this. I just wanna show you this front page because I think, being the nerd that I am for sports science and physiology, I think that's cool. All right, so I created my account. Now it's asking me what I have, either the Hume scale, which I see so many ads for. It'd be cool to try to integrate and test that with this band because I'm sure they work very well together in a nice marriage. But I have the Hume band. It says your Hume band is ready to reveal patterns in your cardiovascular health, sleep, and recovery. Gain personalized insights that traditional trackers can't offer. Bold claim, like I said in the intro, we will see. And then of course, add the body pod scale for a complete metabolic picture at any time. Okay, so get expert guidance and personalized care plans from a Hume partner to reach your health goals faster. That's cool. Let's see what they are. Okay, they don't drop down. I'm fine without doing that right now. Okay, so I can turn my band on. So that's what that little button on the side is for. I need to give Hume a little bit of grief about that. So this band was not charged at all, while the Whoop 5.0 that I got and the Helio band were both charged enough where I could connect it right off the bat, right? So I had to charge that for about 30 minutes, but now we're getting to get into it. Got the app, it says, let's connect your band. So all you gotta do is turn it on. And that's what this button on the side is for, is actually turning this band on. So I'm gonna hold it down. Okay, so I turned it on. It shows on the little app, as you guys saw, that your light's gonna turn green. Nothing turned green, it actually flashed red. And then I got mad. We can't show that part. So apparently it's ready. I'm gonna pair it. There it is, Hume band. But it's just kind of annoying when it's like, oh, turn it on. You're gonna have this big green light and it turns red. You're like, hey man, something's not working. I thought I was gonna have to charge it more, which would be ridiculous just to set this up. Okay, cool, setup is complete. All right, so your metabolic journey. This is nice. It's a nice little feature in the app. So in the next few days, your Hume band will start providing insights as we gather enough data for accurate analysis. I like that they say that because I've talked about it in the past. When you first get any of these bands, right? They kind of have to learn you to give you an accurate estimation of calories, recovery, your HRV, what your normal HRV is. Because you'd have to imagine if I just slap this on, it's not gonna know 34 milliseconds, which I know is really low for my HRV, is normal. So how could it give you recovery insights if it's just like based off 1, even 2 days of data, right? Because if you went on a bender or something and were drinking and not sleeping, or you're doing some high altitude hiking, it's just not gonna know. So I do like that it tells you that, kind of gives you some insight. Okay, so day 1, we start to capture your sleep patterns to build your baseline. Perfect, that's amazing. You can view your data on the band starts page. Okay, and then day 2, they get an overview of my heart health based on continuous heart rate and HRV data, which literally I was just talking about, so frick yeah, good job Hume. Day 5, then I can see my metabolic capacity and my day feature, see how efficiently your body uses energy, and track personalized daily readiness. Okay, so yeah, actually I really like this because I'll give you the long story short version, but my dad, I convinced him to get a Whoop recently, and his first 3 or 4 days, he was like, what the heck, like I'm getting so much strain, I'm getting this, that, and yeah, it's just, I had to kind of explain like, hey, it's not accurate until it kind of learns you. So I really like here, it's like saying, hey, day 5, that's where we're gonna give you actionable insights, actual data that you can process. And then day 7, so within a week, you're gonna get their trademarked metabolic momentum, discover how your recent habits and recovery trends affect your long-term progress. Now, I'll tell you guys straight up, with this Whoop, I've made a whole video about it. I'll link it here. My favorite feature, probably still to this day, is when you fill out the journal and it uses all your sleep metrics and recovery data and then provides insights based on your behaviors. I love it. It's like, hey, when you drink herbal tea, when you take vitamin D, when you sleep at altitude, this is what happens to your sleep, recovery, HRV. That's amazing, because that's where you can actually use these things, no matter how specifically accurate their heart rate is and all these other things, guys, right? If it's consistently inaccurate, even that is a very measurable outcome. So it is giving you a recovery score. If you have a behavior that you track consistently and it changes, that's really cool. That's why I really like these kind of things. That's why I was interested in this, because that's like the biggest thing that it's trying to do is like the longevity tracking. It's basing it off the behaviors that you do. That's my understanding. We're gonna see, but that's that day 7. So in a week's time, I will see if it at all lives up to the hype, okay? So we're gonna continue. Hume Plus members are 8 times more likely to reach their health and weight goals. That is an aggressive estimation. 8 times, huh? Okay, so obviously similar to the Helio strap, there's not a subscription, and just like all the other free apps that we have on our phone, like MyFitnessPal that I've had for almost 11 years now, it's been trying to get me to upgrade. Nah, man, the free version is fine for me. They took away my scanner, that's a whole other thing. But I don't think, of course they're gonna try to leverage it. It could be better. We're obviously gonna stick to the free version now, see what that's got to entail, because that's kind of the draw of the Hume, and of course the Helio is, hey, they're doing what Whoop is trying to, or what Whoop is doing. They're competing with it. They're screenless. They're long battery life. They're giving you recovery insights, tracking your workout data, but no subscription. Okay, so as you can see, they're trying to basically not trick you necessarily, but they wanted you to press that big blue button that says start free trial. I had to go to this next screen that said compare, and you can see the free versus the plus. So with the free, without a subscription, you're getting body composition, progress graphs, health score. Doesn't look like I get a milestone report card. I don't need report cards, man. I'm out of school. A weekly health report, that could be cool, and daily scores. So, I mean, we'll see what the daily scores, what it looks like without that, because that's obviously a huge part of these is like every day you want to see some stuff, okay? I'm going to continue with the free version though. All right, here is the home screen, guys. And of course, right at the top, you got, hey, upgrade or else kind of vibes. Don't love that to see that. Okay, let's see how expensive it actually is to do the Hume Plus version, okay? So $100 a year or $15 a month. Obviously, like I said, I'm gonna test it for free because $15 a month, I'm affording this. And there's no reason to switch for me unless this is way, way better, which honestly, I have my doubts. And I know a lot of people think I'm biased with the Whoop, and yeah, I am, because I've had it for 6 years for a reason. I've paid for it for 6 years for a reason. I like it. The app is the best. The insights are the best, in my opinion. You can have yours. So this was already pretty expensive, just off the rip, for the strap, where $100 a year, yes, you're not buying the Whoop. That's $250. Well, Actually, with the new Whoop subscription, you can get in for about that. So this is very much competing directly with the Whoop. It's just that they have a free version, and we're gonna check that out first. So let's get back in here. Okay, I'm not gonna have many things here, right guys, because I just started wearing it, but I just wanna get you an overview of what this app looks like. Okay, so we got my metabolic capacity. I like how it's giving me activation progress. Hey, 1 out of 5, cool. Sleep overview. Okay, it's counting steps, love that. They all count steps. And then we're gonna get some sleep recommendations, bedtime goal, wake up time, like that. Let's see my journey. Okay, so I can start the milestones. I think that's gonna be maybe. Okay, maybe that's later on, no big deal right now. Okay, obviously they're gonna also build this into the app. Hey, if you have a bod, whatever they call it, the body pod, this is where it's gonna live, where it's gonna be. I like that, but I wish it wasn't like the second tab because I don't have it and that's just gonna be annoying. All right, so here we go. Here we got the band. Okay, so it's 100% charged. That's good. It's got my steps, which were different than my steps on my homepage. So that's a little interesting because if I go back to this, 238 steps. And then the band says I have 11 steps. All right, like I said, I always give some grace off the bat, but that is a little bit like, hey, what's up, man? Okay, we got heart rate, we got HRV, we got stress level, which is cool. That's for the Whoop to upgrade from the 1 to the peak membership. That is something that they sell you on. Hey, we give you a stress, the Whoop age and then the stress monitor. So it's cool. This one has it. Body temperature and SpOT. Okay, cool. All right. And then me. Can connect my data, which we talked about earlier. Kind of want to see. Okay, so it's just Apple Health. It'd be cool. Like, I've been waiting for one that can connect your MyFitnessPal, bring all that stuff in. And obviously it looks like they want you to use their scale. With the Whoop right now, I've got it hooked up to my old scale I've had for like I don't even know, maybe 8 years. I hooked it up through the Withings app, and now every time I step on it, it just automatically populates to my weight. That's really cool. Obviously this would do the same, but you have to buy their scale. I don't know, I mean, yes, it's fine. It doesn't seem like there's much here, to be honest. Let's quickly go to the Helios app. Give you a direct to direct comparison. Okay, so I didn't wear it yesterday, but this is there's just a lot more you can already see. It's like, all right, boom, we got all this stuff. We do have the food that's completely separate than MyFitnessPal. It's its own thing. Heart health, steps, calories, stress, the PAI, which still I don't love, and then they have a whole biocharge recovery, sleep, exertion. So even the Helios honestly has, you could see a lot more stuff. And then obviously the Whoop this is why you can just look at it and it's aesthetic. Is it because I've been using it so long? Maybe. I also think that a lot of people agree how aesthetic it is, how good the app is. It's one of their biggest features, biggest winning features in my opinion. It's just aesthetic. There's so much information. Even if you just click on this, it's like a ton of stuff. The stress monitor, like I said, okay, I'm low stress, sick, good. Click on the sleep. You got metrics, guys. Metrics on metrics. So I'm not gonna completely be like, oh, the Hume app is pretty whack and lame, because I'm not sure if over time, when I get some of these milestones, are more, I guess, like options gonna open up that I can click into. Yeah, it says right here, it says during your first 5 days, metrics may appear unusual. Now, honestly, that is amazing. That is like one of the biggest things I've really liked about this so far, is that they actually tell you that, because I don't think a lot of people know, and it's not maybe the most logical thing if they're not specifically telling you that. Those are my first impressions, guys. I like it. It's honestly a little skinny for me. I think it's gonna take some getting used to in terms of, I don't know, it's not gonna sit as well, because I probably have like an indentation from the Whoop, and you can just see kind of where it sits on top of these bones. This one's gonna be a little different, and the app is fine. We're gonna see how it gets better, hopefully. I don't love the aesthetics. I don't love how much data it has. I don't love that it's trying to push you towards that premium version, because this one was already pretty expensive just to buy without a subscription. And that's kind of what I was marketed towards, and also kind of what I've been hearing is that, hey, it's another one similar to the Helio that doesn't have a subscription monthly or yearly. So let's be honest, it better be way freaking better than this, because it was almost 3 times the cost of this strap. So it better do a lot more things, give me a lot more insights, be able to track my workouts super good, which I didn't see anything in here about tracking workouts, guys. This one might be a lot more of like the, which they do market it kinda as like that longevity thing, right? But I've been very impressed with this. I've done a couple videos so far, still will do my monthly review, and also comparing it directly with the recovery statistics for this that I have a lot of data for. So recovery, HRV, sleep, that's coming out soon. But this thing better beat this thing, or this is gonna be my recommendation so far, guys. The Helio $100 strap if you just wanna get your feet wet. And obviously, I know that this is expensive, but it's still gonna be the one I recommend. But if you guys wanna know any more about the Helio fitness tracker, then you should watch this video here. And if you're more interested in the Whoop and my 30-day review, the good, the bad, and the ugly, then you should check out this video here. And until next time, see you guys later.